Hey there, Jody. How's it going? This is Courtney. We spoke on the phone a little bit earlier today. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things you can do today to help bring in more pet owners to your business. Oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are way too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is that they don't know who they can trust. I have found by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business has resulted in many of those local business owners still raising their hands and asking me to help them grow. So by the end of this video, you've liked what you heard and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business. Just shoot me a message back and we can chat. So now let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition, which are content, citations, and backlinks. So content. Most business owners know that they need content, but they don't know, a lot of them don't know that studies have shown that Google wants for there to be at least 1,500 words on the homepage. Not only that, the content needs to have the right keywords. Google does this because it gets them to know what your business is and its purpose. Right now, your site is sitting at a little over 1,300, which is actually really impressive. So, good job on that. You guys are doing very good with that. So I went ahead and also did it for your top competitor in Charlottesville, and they are sitting at 678. And the reason why this looks slightly different is because your website URL wasn't working, wasn't going through here, so I had to copy and paste your words. So that's why it looks slightly different from yours. So to give you more detail about what I mean in terms of content, so right here, everything that's highlighted that you see, including photos, that is what Google looks at when they scan your website. So you also want to make sure your photos have the correct keywords embedded into them. So this one right here is an example. It doesn't have the keywords embedded into it. So you guys want to just go through your website and make sure that the keywords that are appropriate to be on there are there. And in this content, you want to have, what are known as keywords, right? So they're basically special words and stuff that people search up each month to get help resolving their issues or concerns that they go through. And you guys can miss out on a lot of pet owners by not having these certain keywords on your website. So to give you more detail about what I mean, this is Ahrefs. This is a tool that essentially gives me behind the scenes details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking your site. And I ran a quick scan of you and your top competitor over here, and to look at a couple of things, one of them being keywords. And you guys at the moment are ranking for 115. Let's take a look at what a few of those keywords are. All right, here you are. These are top 1, 2. So these right here, they aren't the most optimized for people who are trying to find you. So think of it like this. You don't want people to just be finding you because of your business name, right? Think of the people who don't know your business name. So you want to make sure you have like a variety of different types of keywords that people generally look up to look for you guys. And I'm going to give you like an example of what I mean by that in just a sec. Let's actually take a look at your top competitor right here. And these guys are sitting at a little over 1,400K keywords. Right, let's see, take a look. All right, and some of these is probably due to like their blog that they have, so that can cause you to get a lot of keywords as well. But you also want to, so this right here, I guess we can use this one. So this is kind of example. So, but this is their business like name, but they're kind of like, their business name is also a keyword as well. So, but theirs is still like, you want to have different types, but you'd want to add like keywords like this to your website, keywords like that at your website. And just basically keywords like this, you want to make sure that they are not just any keywords, right? You want to make sure there are keywords that someone is looking for what you have, basically. Like keywords like this, side effects. This, like, if someone looks up Librela side effects, they're not going to be they're going to be wanting to look up for their own knowledge, right? Not to actually get a service from you guys. So that's kind of an example. And now I'm going to actually place a keyword just to give you an idea into Google, Animal Hospital Charlottesville, VA. And we're just going to go over this page. And the first thing we're going to go over is this section right here. And this is actually this is the second part that I want to go over, which are citations. And you're probably wondering, well, what the heck's a citation? Last time I heard of a citation, I was in high school, and I don't want to go back to that. That's totally fair. These types of citations are slightly different. So this right here is called the Google Maps section. And as you can see, this displays your business's name, address, and phone number. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your business. You know, in another way, these are basically your citations, right? So, you know, you're probably wondering now, well, how do I show up in Maps? And that's a good question, because right now you guys aren't in the top 3, which you're probably aware of, and this is where you want to be, because this is where people click, right? They don't click to more businesses, so that's where they click. So in order to do that, you want to add your citations to directories like places like BBB, Yelp, Yext, CityStar. And just to give you an idea, here is a quick illustration of it. And you want to do this across hundreds of directories. And the goal is you want to have more than your competitor so that you can gain more trust in them from Google. You know, this pushes you above them in the map pack, you know, and now you're like, well, how the heck do I do that? And it's actually pretty simple. There are tools out there, tools and sites out there that we use to show us exactly what directories your competition is listed on. And we basically go down that list and match those directories. But we don't want to just stop there. We don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them, right? So whatever your competition has as citations, we want to get them and then add, 50 to 100 more so that it takes them a long time to catch up, right? And you also want to make sure everything, when you put your information in, you want to make sure everything is correct, right? And I'm going to tell you exactly why, because as you can see, you guys have your hours over here. You have your hours from 9 to 6, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., but your website says something completely different, right? Your website says 7:30 to 2 p.m. So you want to make sure your information is accurate so that Google is getting the right information, because if you don't have that consistency, then Google is going to get confused and they're not going to be able to, boost you guys up. So that's just like something to keep mind up. The last thing I like to go over are backlinks. Right, this third and final section right here is the last thing I'm going to go over, and this is another thing for it's called link juice, and this is the third pillar that will really help you to dominate on Google. So when we searched up that special keyword, animal hospital, Charlottesville, you guys aren't in the top 3, and this is exactly where you want to be, because again, this is where people click. People do not scroll down, and in order to get that, you need authority. So how you get authority comes back down to backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. It's kind of like a vote of confidence, and in Google's eyes, this is passing authority. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. So you don't just want any backlink, So for example, if you get like a local blog about dog care linking back to you guys, then that's great. But you don't want something from like a Pizza Hut, right? Because last time I checked, you guys don't sell pepperoni. So taking a look back over here, Ahrefs is a good tool to look at for backlinks. And as you guys are seeing, you're sitting at 79. Let's take a look at your competitor. And these guys are sitting at 745. And you're like, wow, how the heck am I supposed to even go about getting these? And, that's a good question. So with tools like Ahrefs, we can see exactly which sites are linking to your competition. And then we go get those same links for your business, right? Because success leaves clues. So we want to follow what they do, right? So getting to the top is not magic. It's just a method. And I've shown you that method today. So all right, let's see. So once again, in closing, we went over content. Your front page needs to have at least 1,500 words. You guys are actually really close to that. You're actually doing really good in terms of, your content on there. You want to have citations, 200 to 300 of these to beat out the competition by a landslide, and link juice. You need more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority. And if you implement these strategies today, you can be #1 across Google. So you're probably wondering, well, what do I do now? Well, you can go with this information I provided you today, and you can do this on your own, and I'm so cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call or text at 218-517-5513. I look forward to hearing from you. Have an amazing day or weekend. Bye.